Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and lovers of Golden Era charm, welcome to the one and only Vintage Airwaves. I want to thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. To all my friends out there in Radio Land, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let's get started with the program.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
There she is, TP. Right where the General said it'd be.
Oh, we're too late.
Well, I can see that.
Campfire's smoking. We better check it out. Still warm. How long do you figure? 3, 4 hours at the most. Any idea how many? A lot of footprints all around. My guess is that if your general's looking for Sue, he's gonna have his breeches full of them before the sun goes down.
That all you can tell us? Thought you were a scout.
Well, they don't leave much behind. That's the Sioux way. Nothing their enemies can use.
A little ways downriver, that'd be the junction?
Not a ways. Right here. Bighorn, Little Bighorn. This is where they converge.
Right here?
That'd put the Menoconjou fort about 4 miles up.
That's where he's thinking about crossing.
Wonder where they are now. Them Sioux?
I wouldn't be impatient, Mr. Two Stripes. We can go back and tell General Custer that his Indian trail's just as fresh as ever. A little too fresh for my pay.
Give me some of that water.
Go fill your own canteen, Corporal.
I don't mind. Have a drink if you want.
Take cover!
Dang Indians! I knew they was around!
Hold your fire! I said hold it!
How's the drive chain, Langsford?
Just a smidge more. There, I got her, Sarge.
Good man, Corporal.
Are we going back to camp now?
That we are. The captain would be glad to hear that. Get him on the horn, will you, McCluskey? Tell him the tank's up and running and we're on our way.
Sure thing, sir.
What in the...
Those were shots, weren't they?
Put it down.
But I heard...
So did I. Easy, Tiger. These are just training maneuvers. If we start to get trigger-happy, it could turn into a real war.
Hunting season, maybe. They still got buffalo around here? Hey, how about it, McCluskey? Want to go shoot some buffalo? Tastes just like chicken.
Let's have a look. Nice and calm.
If it's the red team, I'm giving up. They can tag me POW, and I'll just sit out the rest of these war games. Getting hot as an oven inside this tank.
Why, I am surprised at you, McCluskey. The sergeant and me have had our eyes on you.
You have?
Sure, we were thinking of recommending you for OCS. Outside of the fact that you read a map upside down and you couldn't navigate a plow across a dance floor.
Sounded like those shots came from the other side of the draw.
Now, what was that?
I know what it was.
Somebody's playing games.
That's right, they're funning us. Can't you take a joke, McCluskey?
It was a signal. Just the way the Indians used to do it.
It's a hot June day in the present century. Or, if you prefer, another century altogether. Take your pick. The cast of characters in order of their appearance: a patrol of General Custer's cavalry and a patrol of modern-day National Guardsmen on training maneuvers. What neither group knows is that the past and present are about to collide head-on, as they are wont to do in a very special bivouac area known as the Twilight Zone.
And now, The Twilight Zone, and our story, The Seventh, is made up of phantoms, starring Richard Grieco, with Stacy Keach as your narrator.
Well, if you ask me, it could have been a bird or something.
What about the rifle shots?
Listen up. I've been on a lot of these training missions, and sometimes, well, Sometimes the men get bored, so they play pranks on the other team. But we do our job, that's all. Now let's take a quick look over the rise, make sure everything's A-OK, and get back to base. Got it?
Got it, Sarge. Loud and clear.
I'll check it out.
Go ahead.
Well, how about that?
What do you see, McCluskey?
It's a wigwam. An honest-to-Pete wigwam.
1 million men in the National Guard, and it's just my luck to go riding around in a tank with the last of the red-hot Eagle Scouts. So it's a wigwam, McCluskey. What are you so happy about?
Well, it's real interesting, don't you think? Authentic and everything.
Well, why don't you take a look inside? Maybe there's a pretty little squaw in there waiting to be your fiancée.
Nope. Whatever was here cleaned it out. Don't you think that's kind of strange? Leaving a wigwam made out of real hides, sitting in the middle of nowhere?
Must have been some kind of youth camp or something. Either that or somebody's making a movie.
Out here, Sergeant? On Army training grounds?
That's a point. They never get a permit. Too dangerous. Besides, we'd have been informed.
Sure is interesting, though. Right there's a junction of the Bighorn and the Little Bighorn Rivers. Just a little ways from here is where Custer fought.
Custer who?
General Custer. Didn't you learn about it in school? This is where the 7th Cavalry fought the Sioux Indians.
What do you got there?
Looks like a canteen.
Let me see that.
Not one of ours.
Yeah, maybe there's booze inside. Hey, where'd you get this?
Right here on the ground.
Says 7th Cavalry. Printed right on it. How do you figure, Sarge?
Well, I figure it's in pretty good shape, considering it's been lying around here for 100 and some odd years. Must be a lot of ghosts running around a place like this.
Ghosts?
Either that or somebody planted it here. McCluskey's got one thing right, though. Somewhere along this river they fought quite a battle. George Custer and 200-odd men against a couple thousand Sioux.
Custer's Last Stand. Didn't you ever hear of it, Langsford?
I heard of it. Maybe next year a museum will send you guys out on an expedition and you can spend all your time picking up antiques. But right now I thought we're supposed to be a motorized patrol on war games. Me, I'd like to be reconnoitering in some small dark bar right about now. Or maybe the YWCA. Or in a pinch, I'd settle for a...
What was that?
The wind. That's what it was. The wind.
But the canteen and all. Don't you reckon we ought to go back and tell the command post?
Don't you want to wait for the Union Cavalry, McCluskey? Now, what were you saying, Sarge? This is where they fought, huh? Round here?
Someplace around here. When I was a kid, I read everything that was ever written about it. Custer and the 7th were the advance guard for a general named Terry. The last thing anybody ever heard from him was that he was dividing his regiment into 3 parties. He was going to surround what he figured was a small group of Indians. There was a captain named Benteen with 3 troops. Went off to the south. Major Reno went to the other side of the creek to follow an Indian trail. Custer was the center column. He rode right into them and got slaughtered.
1876. That was the year.
Right, 1876.
Somebody planted this canteen for a gag, then. It's not old. It's practically new. See for yourself. The water's still fresh. This whole thing's a gag. Either that or...
Come on, let's get out of here. I'm serious, you guys. Let's go back to the tank.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, Sergeant. I'm asking you, what was that? The wind again?
I don't know.
Yeah, sure, that's what it was, the wind.
There they are. Finally.
What'd they do, go fishing? They're working on their suntans.
Well, boys, never thought I'd be glad to see you again.
Hey, the captain's PO'd. You better get in a 10 on the double.
How come? I called in a position report.
Yeah, but that was a while ago.
Lieutenant, if you had seen what we saw...
Can it, McCluskey. I'll give my report directly to the captain.
Say, any of you good old boys got a cold one stashed around here?
Sergeant Connors reporting, sir.
You may enter, Sergeant.
Sir?
Nice of you to come back, Connors. Did you bring your tank with you?
Begging your pardon, sir?
You were gone so long, I figured you drove it to a used car lot and traded it for a convertible.
We got a little hung up by the riverbed.
Hung up? The blue team was north of us. You went south.
We had trouble with one of the drive tread chains. Corporal Langsford proceeded to repair it with the toolkit, at least temporarily.
Connors, for a guy with as much regular Army time as you've got, you played this one boneheaded from start to finish.
Sir, I can't explain.
Explain? If there was an umpire around, you'd have had your tank crossed off and your men. Missing in action, all three of you.
I'm sorry, sir. We heard some rifle fire. We went to check it out.
Rifle fire. According to the lieutenant, you were down by the Little Bighorn. That's 40 miles from tactical maneuvers where you were supposed to be. How could you hear arms fire?
We never found out where it came from, sir. Or who it came from.
Oh, that's rich. What was it, the Russians? Or the Chinese? I'll tell you what I think. I think you guys must have had a bottle in that tank.
Sir, I'm telling you.
See this map? Tomorrow, you'll take your tank, or rather, the United States government's tank, if you can find it, and you'll head up here to Rosebud Creek.
But, sir...
Follow the creek about 15 miles. We figure that by now the blue team has moved across to... What's the matter, Connors? You hungover?
Nothing like that, sir. It's just that Rosebud Creek. That's Custer's route.
What?
When he left Yellowstone River, he went with Major Reno. Reno found an Indian trail along Rosebud Creek.
Sergeant, let's synchronize, shall we? My watch says 2320 hours. My calendar says this century. If you have a thing about Indians, you got here a little late in the day.
We heard them, sir.
You heard what, exactly?
Indians, war cries.
Where? When?
This afternoon, sir, at the junction of the Bighorn and the Little Bighorn. I know it sounds crazy. We found a canteen with 7th Cavalry stenciled on it, and a wigwam close to the river.
A wigwam?
Teepee, whatever you want to call it, but it was there.
Are you bucking for a Section 8, Sergeant?
It was the same teepee that Reno's scouts found the night before the battle.
Reno's scouts, I see. Reno being...
Major Reno. When Custer split the force into 3 columns, he sent Reno's to the north.
All right, Connors, that'll do. Line up your patrol and move out at 0600 tomorrow morning. And if you meet any Indians at all, take a deep breath and count to 10. They're probably all college graduates out running tests on the soil.
Sergeant?
What?
You awake, sir?
Yeah, I'm awake. What's the matter?
Nothing, sir. I was just lying here thinking.
Thinking about what, McCluskey?
Well, sir, wouldn't you say it's strange?
The only thing that's strange around here is you. Now, will you knock it off so a fella can get himself a little shut-eye?
Langsford's right. We've got an early detail in the morning.
I know, Sergeant, but the teepee and that canteen and all...
Listen, kid, I'm asking you politely.
Sorry, guys. I don't mean to be a drag or nothing, but that sound we heard today, it could have been a signal, don't you think? Indians do that. I mean, they used to. They can imitate anything. Birds, animals, and you could never even hear them creeping up on you. They could even shape change, according to some folks. And then there's the Little Bighorn, General Custer. I read one time that there's no such thing as a coincidence.
That's it. I'm moving my bedroll. Someplace where a man can get a night's sleep.
Will you guys pipe down over there?
Simmer down, Colonel. And you, Private, do me a favor. Put a cork in it.
All right, Sergeant Connors. I'll try. I just want to be responsible is all. It's like they said in training. If you see anything and don't report it...
Shh. Hear that?
Yes, sir. Night, sir.
Good night. What in the blue hell was that?
Where to now, sir?
We follow this trail.
How far? Till we get to frontier land?
About 2-3 more miles.
In other words, Reno's route.
Exactly. We're making good time. We should get there at roughly the same hours.
For Pete's sake, you still on that? Reno this and Benteen that, Custer something else. Haven't you guys had it? You talked about it all night long. Now me, I was dreaming about a cute little private in a miniskirt. See, I was the drill instructor and she had to give me 50 jumping jacks. Only she couldn't get it right. So I put my arms around her from behind, real official-like, just to show her how. Up, down, and I'm whispering in her ear the whole time, and she says to me, she says, "Why, Sergeant," I was a sergeant in the dream, Why, I think I got it. So I start to say, you've got what? But before I can get it out, McCluskey here wakes me up because he thinks he hears another hootie owl. I swear, if this kid wrecks my training sleep one more time...
Sergeant, look!
Where?
Over there, the top of the hill.
I don't...
The tall one, see? Smoke rising up in the sky, one puff at a time.
Oh, no.
I don't like the looks of that. I don't like it one bit.
Hold up now.
But, Corporal...
Use your head, boy. That smoke's coming from an incinerator, or it's somebody cooking a cheeseburger.
I don't think so.
Or maybe it's a bunch of Girl Scouts who don't dig Smokey the Bear. But if you don't straighten up, I will...
It figures.
What does?
It has to figure. Reno scouts found the teepee the night before the battle. The following morning, the column saw smoke signals in the sky.
That's right. You know your history.
Look, you two history fans are really starting to bug me.
And late that same morning, they got their first Indian.
Oh, man.
When the war party went by, one of the troopers shot the last rider.
Come on. Look, I like a good laugh, same as the next guy, but this is too much. This is really and truly too much.
It was for the 7th Cavalry, too.
Sure, next thing you'll be telling me is that up over the hill we're going to run into a war party of Sioux. And if that happens, Mrs. Langsford's little boy is going to report to sickbay and ask for a rubber room all for himself. Just remember, I can always make it a reservation for 3, if that's what you...
We have to arm ourselves.
Get back in the tank. What are you doing? There's nothing out there but a dust cloud.
Yes, but what's behind the dust? You hear it?
We're wasting time.
You stupid moron kid! Put that rifle down! What do you think you're shooting at?
Langsford, McCluskey, watch out!
Oh, my dear God.
You saw it. We all saw it.
Yeah, I sure did.
A horse without a saddle, an Indian pinto, and no rider.
That means I killed him. I killed him with my M1. Sergeant, I just fired blind toward that cloud of dust, but I didn't mean to...
That's enough. What were you saying, Langsford? You want to make a speech now? You got something to say, do you?
I got something to ask. Are we all out of our tree or what?
I don't know for sure, but I've got an idea.
We're listening.
See that ravine down there?
What about it?
It's all part of it. Somehow, some way, we're riding the same trail that Custer did. Figure it out. There was a teepee. When did we find it? Yesterday afternoon. Just like the scouts did. There was the smoke signals, just like Reno's column saw the next morning. Then McCluskey got himself an Indian, just like the day of the battle.
All right, let's say you're right. Let's say it's just like you say it is. We follow this trail just like they did.
Yes, Corporal, we follow it.
Well, what's the next thing that's supposed to happen?
We wind up at a massacre.
Hadn't we ought to go back to camp and warn them?
Warn who? It's not our men who'll be under attack. It's Old Yellowhairs.
Old Yellow?
General George Armstrong Custer.
And you mean to stop it?
I don't see that we have much choice. Stop it or join it.
Sure is hot.
Hotter out there.
What do you think happened to him?
Probably kicking back with a fishing pole.
I hear there's trout up here.
They gonna bring some back for us?
Miller,
Yes, Captain.
does Connors reported in?
Not yet, sir.
Get him.
I've already tried.
Try again.
Yes, sir. Bluebird 9, this is CP. Come in. Bluebird 9. No dice, sir.
Keep trying.
What if they're out of range?
Then they've disobeyed a direct order, and this time they won't get away with it.
Bluebird 9. Come on, guys.
This is Bluebird 9. Go ahead, CP.
They're acknowledging, sir.
Give me the microphone. Connors, this is the captain.
This is McCluskey, sir.
McCluskey, where...
Sorry, you're breaking up.
Private, do you think you might extend yourself enough to give me your position?
We're 4 miles down Rosebud Creek, about to cross over.
You're about to come back here double time. You're about to report to me personally, and you're about to do it inside of a half hour, or you'll be spending the next 3 national holidays in a guardhouse. Do you read me?
Yes, sir. Just a minute, sir. Here's Sergeant Connors. Captain.
Connors, do I have to send a couple of MPs down there?
Captain, we're just a mile away.
Away from what?
From where Major Reno met the Sioux.
Listen to me, Connors. I'll give this to you just once. When these maneuvers are over, you can come out here on a vacation, dig up arrowheads, or anything you like. But right now, I want a government-issued tank back here at the command post and 3 National Guardsmen named Connors, McCluskey, and Langsford right alongside it. You've got 30 minutes to bring her back. Now acknowledge. Connors. Acknowledge. Connors.
He's broken off, sir.
Lieutenant.
Yes, sir.
Take a jeep and 3 men. See this line on the map? Follow the creek down here. I think this is the crossing he talked about. Just follow his tread marks and bring them back here.
What if he resists?
Resists?
They don't seem to want to come back.
Well, I'll tell you what to do in that case, Lieutenant. You do whatever it takes.
Sir?
First you apologize to them, and then you shoot each one of them in the leg, throw them in the jeep, and get them back here. Now, do you read me?
Yes, sir.
Hold it!
So this is what we've been busting our humps for, huh? A big fat nothing.
Nothing, all right.
Nothing and no one. But right down there is the spot.
Don't tell me.
Where Reno had his fight.
Well, all I can tell you guys is you better get a couple of cigar store Indians out here, and you better do it in a hurry. That is, if you want to make a good impression. Because I know a National Guard captain who's probably on his way over here right now with a great big net.
Where are they, Sergeant? How come we missed out?
Missed out? You want to know why we missed out? Let me explain it to you. We missed out because we're looking for dead cavalry, buried Indians in a battle that was over and done with before my great-grandpa was born. Now that's where we missed out. I got it all pegged, you know. I really do. The whole thing is strictly an illusion. One of them heat mirages. That's the straight goods. Out here with the sun beating down, we went and talked ourselves into it.
That's not it. That's not it at all, McCluskey.
What are you thinking, sir?
Do you remember what it was that Reno found before the battle?
I'm not sure.
He even sent a message back to Custer about it.
Sure, the village.
Village? What village? What do I have to do to level you guys off? Tie you to a tank or something?
Reno scouts found an Indian village. An hour after that, the whole troop went into action.
Oh, my aching back. I give up. I swear, I give up. This is where the men separate from the nutcases.
Where you going?
Back to the CP if I can find it. You guys keep playing your games, and I'll see if I can send back a padded ambulance. Arrivederci, y'all.
Should I stop him, Sarge?
We can't. He's the only one who's following orders. From now on, we're on our own. What is it?
You tell me.
That's it.
That's what? Would you mind telling me?
The village. That's the village.
6 more of your funny little teepees.
That's a mirage, isn't it, Langsford? Not really there?
Man, don't ask me anything. Now you got me seeing it. Don't ask me nothing.
Looks abandoned. I'll go down to scout it.
An hour ago, if you'd said that, I'd have died laughing.
And now?
You got your rifle?
Sure thing.
Then be careful.
Of course I will.
Well, what happens now? You read all the books. What's the next thing?
Beyond the village. That's where Benteen engages.
What about Custer?
He loses his right arm. As of the moment, Reno got cut off here. Custer's column was doomed.
This is wild. I swear, this is off the scale. Now, how in the... Well, how in... I mean, it's like chasing somebody that ain't even there and trying to catch up.
Well?
Connors. Langsford.
What'd you find?
I'm not sure. But if it's a mirage, this one goes all the way.
What's the matter with you?
You all right?
I just saw the granddaddy of all mirages. I mean the mother of all... Hey, fellas?
You're white as a sheet.
That's 'cause this one's sticking in my back.
McCluskey!
Get the medical kit. I'll try to cut the arrow out.
Bluebird 9, this is CP. Come in. No good, Captain.
Then they're refusing to answer. Either that or they've vanished off the face of the earth.
Captain?
You'd better have something to tell me.
Yes, sir.
For starters, that they're just a few hundred yards behind you, right?
I wish I could say that.
Then you better tell me something, Lieutenant, and fast, like the whereabouts of an M4 tank.
We found the tank, sir.
Is it operational?
It appears to be.
Where are the men?
No sign of them.
What?
Only this note.
Let me see that. Crossing Rosebud Creek, trying to reach the cavalry. Pray we're not too late. What's the meaning of this?
I don't know, sir. We drove up and down the creek bank.
Is that true? This is all you found? No sign of them?
That's right, sir.
What about you?
There were tracks leading to the tank, but after that, it's hard to say. All I know is they weren't in it.
And you, Private, I want you to consider your words very carefully.
Yes, sir. The tank was empty, except for some of their gear.
Well, what are the rest of you grunts standing around for? Anybody need a work detail this morning? How about a recon march with full packs?
Just finishing up, sir.
Come on, guys.
What about their gear?
Most of it was still there, except for the rifles and the sidearms.
Great. That's just great. Now I've got 3 trigger-happy soldiers on the loose with live ammo.
Captain, I know Connors. He is strictly by the book.
Yes, but what book?
Langsford's regular army, and McCluskey, well, he's a good kid, just wants to put in his time and get back home. If they've gone off on their own, there must be a reason.
I don't get it. I swear I don't get it. What are they drinking out there? Or have they seen too many Western movies?
Sir, about the note, what does he mean when he says cavalry?
The 7th Cavalry.
But what's the 7th Cavalry?
A very hot outfit, headed up by a tiger named George Custer.
Custer? Wasn't he...
Don't ask me any more questions. I don't have the answers. But I'll tell you this. Those 3 guardsmen are going to go on active duty so fast it'll make their heads spin. If they ever get out of the stockade.
Not much farther now.
Come on. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it, man. We got you, okay? Just hang on to my shoulder.
Where are we?
A few hundred feet away. They're right over the ridge.
Sarge, you hear it?
The wind, that's all.
Not that.
Sure we hear it. This time we all do.
Wait a minute. Listen.
That's them, Sarge. The 7th.
You think he's right?
We made it. We made it after all.
Almost. Don't count your chickens. Let's go.
Somebody give me my sword.
We don't have swords, McCluskey. We got U.S. government issue 45s. Put in a clip, work the slide, and she's ready to go. Here.
We've also got our M1s and the machine gun. Set it up.
With pleasure.
Can't stand up.
Just lay low. Keep pulling the trigger.
Look at Custer. He's surrounded. Gotta get down there.
Must be 1,000 Indians.
More than that, Colonel. More than that.
Well, shoot, I heard of worse odds than that. Haven't you, boys? Plus, we got our equalizers right here. We come all this way. What do you say, Sergeant?
I say we do it.
Why not?
Let's go.
This is it, Captain. The last known location. What's that plaque for?
Read it, Lieutenant.
Custer Battlefield National Cemetery, honoring the memory of 261 men of the 7th Cavalry who lost their lives in battle. So this is the cavalry they were talking about.
It was. It's a national shrine now. They made it.
What's that, Captain?
Nothing.
No sign of them on either side of the creek, Captain.
What about the tank?
Up near the ridge where they left it. But no sign of the men, no sign at all.
Keep looking.
Yes, sir. Put them on report, Captain?
Put them on report.
Captain!
What is it?
A list of the men who died here, all the names engraved on the plaque. It looks like it's been here a long time, so then how?
How what?
I think you better take a look at this. Right here, in the middle of the list.
William Connors, Michael McCluskey, Richard Langsford.
Kind of a coincidence, don't you think?
Quite a coincidence.
But how?
Pity they couldn't have brought up the tank. That would have helped the odds. Wonder if the drive chain failed again.
Beg your pardon, sir?
Nothing, Lieutenant. I didn't say a thing. Not a blessed thing.
Sergeant William Connors, Trooper Michael McCluskey, and Trooper Richard Langsford, who, on a hot afternoon in June, made a brave but hopeless charge down a hill and never returned. Look for this one under P for Phantom in the pages of a historical ledger, filed in a reading room known as the Twilight Zone.
More from the Twilight Zone after this.
Hi, this is Carl Amari, producer of the Twilight Zone radio dramas. I'd like to take a moment to tell you about our official website at twilightzoneradio.com, where you'll get the latest news and information on these Twilight Zone radio dramas. Plus, at twilightzoneradio.com, you can digitally download 3 free episodes or any of our episodes for only $1.95 each. In this age of ever-changing technology, we've decided to make these episodes instantly available to you by making the Twilight Zone radio dramas a digital download-only series. This means that this series will no longer be offered on CD. The CD collections at our website are now being offered while supplies last at buy one, get one free. So be sure to get your favorites before they're sold out. Be sure to visit us often, and I'll see you in the zone.
The Seventh is made up of phantoms, starring Richard Grieco, with Stacy Keach as your narrator, was adapted for radio by Dennis Etchison and based on a script by Rod Serling. Heard in the cast were Craig Brawley, Jeff Lupetin, Christian Stolte, Kurt Nabig, Doug James, Roderick Peoples, Lynn Foley, Richard Shavsden, Carl Amari, Roger Wolski, and Vince Amari. To learn more about the Twilight Zone radio dramas and to obtain audio cassettes and CDs of these programs, visit our website at twilightzoneradio.com. The producers of The Twilight Zone wish to thank CBS Enterprises, Carol Serling, Dennis Etchison, Dick Brescia Associates, Claire Simon Casting, Paul Patch, Terry Jennings, the American Forces Radio and Television Service, our sponsors, and our radio affiliates for helping make this series possible. This copyrighted radio series is produced and directed by Carl Amari and Roger Wolski for Falcon Picture Group. Doug James speaking.